Good morning. I'm Alan Gatchalian, and today I'm going to discuss to you demography. Now, what is demography? Demography comes from the Greek word demos, which means people, and graphia means a description of. Demography is the study of human population through the use of statistical analysis and mathematical modeling. The people who study demography are called demographers. Demographers are expert in the study of statistics relating to the changing structures of human population. Demographers analyze data in two ways: basic features and socioeconomic features. Basic features are sex, family, and household status, while socioeconomic features are religion, language, ethnicity, education, income, and wealth. Now, let's move on to the development of demography. John Grant is the father of demography. He published a book titled Natural and Political Observation Made Upon the Bills of Morality. His book gathered the total number of people living in London. John Sussmilch, a German demographer, pastor, and statistician. His book is about the morality tables for the entire population of Prussia, and he is one of the founding fathers of demography. Charles Darwin and Francis Dalton. They combined their theory, the theory of evolution, and the theory of intelligence, which made a milestone that brought demography into a broader scope and discipline. Let's move on to classical works of demography. Thomas Malthus and Principles of Population. Malthus discussed how population growth would inevitably lead to the increase in the consumption of products required for human being, and it later became the iron law of population. Kingsley Davis, The Population of India and Pakistan and World Urbanization. Davis is known to have coined and defined the term zero population growth, which refers to a phenomenon when the birth rate of a population is equal to its death rate. And lastly, Timothy Dyson, Pre-transition and Post-transition. Timothy provided two instances of demographic transition between pre-transition and post-transition periods. Pre-transition occurs when the birth and death rates are high, while post-transition is characterized by high birth rates and low death rates due to advancement in medicine and technology. Now, the fields of demography have two types: historical and social. Historical is the quantitative study of population in the past. Historical demographers use census conducted by the government, historical records, church registries, genealogies, and family trees to establish an approximation of demographic data, while social uses demographic data to describe and explain social phenomena. It investigates social phenomena that affect the distribution, growth, migration, and settlement of population. Social demography also studies social status distribution within a population. Now, the key components in demography are fertility, morality, urbanization, migration, and population. Fertility can either mean the live birth of population or the number of women in childbearing age. Morality is death rate of frequency in a population. Urbanization is a proportion of a country's population living in urban areas. And migration is the movement of people from one area to another. Migration has two types: international and internal. International refers to the movement of individuals from one country to another, while internal refers to the movement of individuals within the boundaries of a country. And lastly, population. Population refers to the number of inhabitants in a given area, such as countries and regions. Now, the research methods in demography. There are two types of direct demographic research methods. The first method is gathering data through registries. Using vital statistics provided by registries, demographers can estimate birth and death rates. The second method is acquiring data through census conducted by national governments. The data acquired through census are not as accurate as registry data since census are actually conducted over 10-year cycles. The next one is indirect. There are two types of indirect demographic research technique. Sister method. One technique used by contemporary demographers is the sister method, wherein they would ask women how many sisters they have, how many have died, how many have children, and at what age. By asking these questions, demographers can estimate the birth and death rate of a population. The second one is interviewing people. Another technique is interviewing people and questioning them about their families. The indirect method is conducted usually in developing countries where registries and census are not that established. And lastly, the current application of demography. Biodemography is the integration of biological theories with the study of demography, the discipline and biological and demographic factors that affect the population of birth and death rates, while population geography is the scientific study of people and their distribution over regions and through time. That's all for today. Thank you for listening.